yelling at the screen last week. We're winning, and then all of a sudden, what are they doing? This isn't the offense we brought up here. Yeah. And we tried to throw too much. We had to lead. And
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tyrone Veterans Memorial Field. Tonight, our Golden Eagles will host the Johnstown Trojans. But first, our Golden Eagle marching band will come onto the field and lead us in the national anthem and alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and alma mater. Your Tyrone Golden Eagle Marching Band under the direction of Mr. David Hart. Stop by their trailer and grab a tasty cold treat. They're located near the main entrance. This year, the girls will also be hosting a pink out game on October 6th. Proceeds from the sale of the pink t-shirts will go to the Girls Night Out program. Remember to wear your pink in honor of all those loved ones who have experienced cancer. And if you missed out on ordering the Backyard Brawl or pink out shirts, you can purchase one still. Look for the cheerleader boosters table tonight, and they'll have a limited number of those available. Also, the Band Booster special tonight is hot classic sandwich with pepper and onions for $5. And as always, we ask for your cooperation once the game begins to not stand in front of any folks sitting in the bleachers. And tonight's game is the WJC Hunt Friday Night Louder Game of the Week, airing on Charge TV. Charge is located on channel 6.2 over the air, on Comcast channels 187 or 1169, and Breezeline channel 113.
Is that yours? Sit up on the other side of it.
I just get a rubber band and just snap it together.
Okay. There, most of the time it'll be out of your face. Blocking your view. Wait till the sun goes down. We'll be in the 50s.
Yep, it's behind there.
Yeah, I brought a coat too because the wind will be whipping up here.
Yeah.
We do want to remind everyone on the home side tonight that sections D, E, F, G, and H are reserved seat sections.
No! Just bring it over here.
Out there, I believe he said. So they're definitely rebuilding. They've had a rough 3 or 4 years. They were 0-10 last year. Last Friday night they opened up at home against Forest Hills and they were defeated 47-0. So tonight's key for Johnstown is going to be both psychological and emotional. Haven't won a game for that long a period of time, and then pretty much getting handled 47-0. That's got to be tough to come out and get yourself pumped up.
I would imagine, as you say, emotional and mental,
Yep.
that the first time something goes wrong,
Here
a
we
team
go
in that
again.
situation is, yes.
Here we go again. And that's exactly what my next point was. Sometimes programs need to learn how to win, not just block and tackle. Because when you lose that many games, it's like, oh, well, here we go again. How are we going to blow this? So it's going to be tough. And we'll have to see how they handle that if there is adversity, like you said. And then finally, some key players returning, which are pretty good for Johnstown, is Consier Baxter. He's a wide receiver and a defensive back. Deshaun Laguerre, who's an outside linebacker, big, strong, and quick. And Julian Rivas, who's a wide receiver and a defensive backs. And then the other thing, and finally for the Greater Johnstown Trojans, they cannot afford to get behind big in the first half.
Sure. Yeah. And Tyrone would like nothing more than to get out big early. Last week, first quarter, second quarter, offense got going end of the first quarter. Both teams were trying to feel themselves out as they were just getting used to first game action, first game jitters. But once the offense started going, they did well. They made some adjustments. Passing was not on target. Ashton Walk was missing open receivers, but those open receivers weren't exactly separating with great distance. He was having to be extremely accurate, and if you're not in those situations, balls were being overthrown, and then they had to go to more of a running game because Walk realized that he wasn't going to be able to find open receivers, and then the adjustments it was really a game of adjustments last week. What adjustments do you think they make for tonight?
Well, I think they have to look at that, letting him being Ashton Walk roll out. It was 2-0 at the end of the first period, and Tyrone really wasn't moving the ball. And he was looking to throw passes, and as you said, there was no separation downfield from receivers. And then also, Clearfield was bailing. All their defensive backs line, they were bailing back to stop the pass. But once they decided to start rolling him out and letting him run, as he rolled out and started to run, Clearfield had to come up and make the stop. They couldn't just go back and try to cover three receivers with five guys.
Right.
They went away with that in the second half. I'm not sure why, but they went away with that in the second half, and we didn't really look that strong in the second half. Our offense and defensive lines have to dominate the line of scrimmage tonight, and we can't be looking ahead. Tyrone cannot be looking ahead. This is only the second game of the year, but Jim, this is a must-game win for Tyrone because the next 4 games are tough, and they have to start tonight focusing every play, 100% effort, and not be looking down the road. The results in a balanced offense must be, again, built on. They ran the ball better last week than they had for quite some time. Ronan had 83 yards, and that's what they need to offset both the passing game. They have to have that running game to make it work. And as we said, the receivers must get separation from the D-backs. Darren Crow is not going to be playing again. That leg injury, he's going to be cleared Monday from what I found out today, but he's just going to start being able to work out. So he's still a good 2-3 weeks away from even remotely stepping on that field, I think. And then our D-backs, they cannot be beat deep. Keep the game in front of you and don't become watchers. Last week they were watching the receivers run deep passes and then watching them catch. And finally, Tyrone has to come up and stop the yards after the catch. It can't be a 3-yard hitch with a 9 or 10-yard run. So that's something they have to do. And without saying anything more than the punting game has to be greatly improved over what it was last week. That's the keys to the game tonight, Jim.
All right. One of the other things I think is worth noting, actually 2 things. This is the first game between Johnstown and Tyrone since November of 2013. Do you remember where you were?
Yes, I was. I was in, I think I was, where was I?
You went from being very sure.
Yeah, I was very sure. I think I was at home because I was listening to it on the radio.
Coach Gutoff was the coach.
Yeah, Coach Gutoff was the coach.
John had left 2 seasons prior.
Right, and I was listening to it on the radio. So, yep, and I remember because...
Just dreaming of the opportunity to do these games with me.
Yeah, it would have been fun. It would have been.
Well, the other question I have is, having no familiarity with each other, what does that bring to the elements of this game tonight? They trade film and they had scouts at each game to see what each team has to bring, but there's certainly no feeling of emotional rivalry or attachment here between these two teams.
I think number one, anytime you step on the high school football field, college for that matter, there's an element of loyalty. You want to win. I don't care if you've lost 20, 30 games in a row. You want to win. And I think Tyrone wants to win, obviously. And then there's something new. Fireworks being shot off when the Golden Eagles come onto the field.
Here come your Tyrone Golden Eagles.
And getting back to what you said, Jim, Tyrone is not so much worried about what is Johnstown going to do. It's what are they going to do to Johnstown offensively and stopping them defensively. Because if they play and concentrate on that, other things will fall into place.
Very good. Just another note, because this is a televised game tonight, we will be kicking off at 7:05, 7:06, somewhere around there. So both teams are actually out on the field, and we're going to be doing apparently a television pregame. But you know what? You don't need to watch that because the game is streaming.
Great.
And you can listen to us.
You can listen to us, or you can turn the TV down and still listen to us.
Exactly.
They can't get rid of us. We're like a bad
That's
penny.
right.
It's going to be a good game tonight, I think. There's a nice crowd here. Johnstown doesn't appear to have a whole lot of fans over there. I think there's more orange and black over there between the 20 and the 40-yard line on the visitor side. But it should be an interesting game. The field looks like it's in great shape.
Well, the sun has set behind the field, the bleachers here at Gray Veterans Memorial Field, so there is no sunlight on the field. So sunlight will not be a problem for receivers, as we were noting that during the pregame. Receivers were having some difficulty finding the ball in the air. Just a quick question. You did the Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game last week, giving it to Ashton Walk. You presented the trophy on Thursday. How did that go?
First of all, it went really well. I want to thank Shields Trophy for sponsoring that again this year. They actually dressed it up, and it was really nice. Ashton was very happy. If you want to see that, just go to the WTRN Facebook page and see the post of Ashton receiving that award. So it's a good thing. We do that every game. Jim and I pick a player of the game that week for the Tyrone Golden Eagles.
All right, let's send it to a break, our last break. When we come back, we'll be bringing you the kickoff between Tyrone and Greater Johnstown right after this. Chuck.
From the Snare and Associates broadcast booth, this is Tyrone Golden Eagle football, presented by Tyrone Tire and Auto and Premier Pest Control on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train WTRN. Be ready to depart the station on the Golden Eagle Express.
Community Pharmacy in Tyrone, your locally owned and operated independent pharmacy. We offer prescriptions and compounding services along with a wide range of over-the-counter products, Sunny Incontinence products, and Nova Safety and Mobility products. Stop in Community Pharmacy in Tyrone and shop our gift and seasonal decor, all priced with everyday low pricing. Don't forget to check out our full wall of designer greeting cards, value priced at 99 cents or $1.99. Community Pharmacy in Tyrone, small enough to know you, large enough to fulfill your pharmacy needs.
For over half a century, the Student Bookstore downtown has been the source for everything Penn State. SBS has the largest selection of Penn State apparel and gifts in town. Hoodies, hats, tees, shorts, sweatpants, and more for everyone, even pets. Plus, the Big Blue on the corner has all your tailgating supplies, as well as banners, prints, wall hangings, and frames. If you're a Penn Stater looking for something Penn State, shop the Student Bookstore at Downtown State College. Open 7 days a week and always online at thestudentbookstore.com.
It's a new name, same great station. 96.9 and 100.7. The Train. WTRN. Tyrone, Altoona.
And we are set for the kickoff here from Gray Vets Memorial Field. The captains out on the field, exchanging their handshakes as we understand the Golden Eagles will be kicking off. The captains tonight, Ronan, Walk, Weaver, and Ewing. They'll be the team captains throughout.
And our kickoff game was pretty good last week, Jim. The special teams, they got down there, they stayed in their lanes. They kept Clearfield boxed up inside their 30-yard line for the most of the time. They didn't allow a big return. And I thought Romani, he did a nice job kicking off. He did a real nice job. And we just got a text out in Los Angeles from Chris Wilson, and he's watching the game on YouTube, and he said that the sound on WTRN is coming in loud and clear. So, Chris, sit back and enjoy the game. I know it's only 4 o'clock out there. We'll still tell you what's going on, buddy.
And we are still awaiting the television crew that's here from, I believe it's WJAC that's doing the televising of the game. And they call it the rivalry game. And that's why I was questioning you during the last segment. Not sure that rivalry necessarily fits the description of two teams that have not played since 2013, but don't let the facts get in the way of a good promotion, I guess.
Exactly. You want people to switch over. You got those advertisements.
That's right.
Real quick before kickoff, Rich Yawner. Remember Rich?
Of course, absolutely.
We coached together here at Tyrone when we defeated LaSalle to go to the state championship game one year in Hershey, and he is now the defensive coordinator for Virginia Military Institute down in Virginia. So congratulations to Rich. What's that?
Yeah, we knew him when.
I knew him when he was coaching here. He was a linebacker coach. He was with Coach Gutoff, brought him here. And great guy. And he is now the defensive coordinator for Virginia Military Institute down in Virginia. So again, congratulations, Rich. And we're getting ready for the kickoff. Romani's teed the ball up.
And here we go. Here comes the run-up. Single back in the standing at about his 5-yard line is Stephen Buck. Hits at the 10, takes it on a one-hopper. Up over the 10, 15, 20, right side. Looking to cut it back, trying to find some blockers. And he'll be tackled at about the 29-yard line. So a return of about 24 for the Johnstown Trojans, who will set up 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And in on the stop for Tyrone there was Jamal Carrington, junior, 5'10", 145.
Becky Matthews is your quarterback. Your running backs are Taylor and Baxter. Your receivers, Reed, Baxter. And here they go. Two-back backfield, single receivers right and left. Handoff, second man through, over the 30, good push, still pushing. Finally dropped after a gain of 11. That was all momentum. Nobody seemed to be able to get low enough to bring the running back down, and so it's going to be a gain of enough for a first down for the Johnstown Trojans on their first play from scrimmage.
Exactly. Boy, that was they were all up around the shoulder pads, and there's some big boys up there on that front line for Johnstown. They got a nice push off there to get the first down, Jim.
Same formation, shotgun snap, and they're going to keep it on the ground, but this time it'll be for a loss of about 2 as the
Tyrone
running back, that was Consier Baxter. A gain of none, so a loss of 2 actually. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12 back at the Johnstown 38-yard line.
In 67, Richard Rawlings was in on the stop there. He right there between the guard and the tackle, had him wrapped up in the legs, and that's what they want to do is tackle low.
And now they have Julius Reed at he's taking the direct snap at quarterback and throws it out here to the flat, and it's complete to Zamir Reed, who's knocked out of bounds there defensively by Austin Lucas, but not before he picks up enough to bring up a 3rd and short. It's a gain of about 11, Chuck, out to the 49-yard line of the Trojans.
Yeah, there was no defensive back out here whatsoever on this side of the field. That was just coming out of the backfield. No one bothered to pick him up. He caught that ball 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. Was wide open. 3rd about 1, Jim.
All right. Julius Reed, listed at number 9, a freshman. Blitz is coming. Handoff over the right side, over the 50 to the 45-40, inside the 35. Shoestring tackle at about the 32-yard line. Finally brought down there by Seth Hoover, but not before a big run by the Trojans. And that was Consier Baxter.
And right now, Johnstown's using their speed to get to the outside. Right there on the defensive side of the ball, the defensive end for Tyrone was actually hooked inside, and that gave the running back all the room he needed.
Baxter picking up 20 on the run. Reed calls for the snap. Two receivers to his left, the ball on the far side hash going from right to left here at Gravettes, as the carry by Raheem Durant is going to pick up a couple. They're going to give him about 3 inside the 30 to just beyond the Tyrone 29-yard line.
Braden Ewing on the stop for the Golden Eagles.
We'll hear that name a lot every night during this high school football season for the Golden Eagles. Team captain and senior defensive lineman, has just been a star since joining the varsity 3 seasons ago.
Jim, keep your eye on the snaps from center. Every snap from center when they're in the shotgun has been high. The quarterback's had to leave his feet to get the snap.
They're going pistol with Baxter behind Reed. Snap is high again. They're going to pitch it this time. Wow, what a great move there by Consier Baxter.
They're going to have another first down.
They are. Just poor tackling, breaking down, and not being able to keep him in the grasp, and it's going to be enough for an easy first down inside the 20-yard line for the Golden Eagles.
And Tyrone has to come in, and they have to maintain momentum. They can't, the speed of these backs, they cannot allow these backs to get outside like that. And when they stop, the back has more speed, and he just outruns them. They're going to have to, they're in the red zone now, just inside the red zone. Johnstown is.
4 receivers in formation, 2 in the backfield, as they're going to give it to Reed, and he's going to get tackled for a loss. Back there to make the tackle, Brady Ronan and also Andrew Weaver, Chuck.
Brady Ronan did a nice job on that pass, play. He was able to get his outside shoulder free. He cut down the outside run and forced it back inside, and the rest of the Golden Eagles there, Jim, as you said, were there to make the tackle, and a loss of 5 on the play.
So Reed was at quarterback for these first several plays on the first possession. He's now taken to the sideline, getting some instruction from his head coach, because now they've gone back to Mickey Matthews, who we believed was going to be the starter at quarterback, and he's now waiting the snap as they're going to give it to Durant. And another shoestring tackle, this time made by Tyler Weston.
He saved a touchdown on that. And once again, you know, the speed and the defensive end was walled off inside for Tyrone.
There's a flag on the play. Looks like they're talking to the Golden Eagles, Chuck.
Yep, looks like it's going to be maybe a hold.
Yeah, the Trojans are walking back towards the 35 and 40-yard line.
A long discussion there to try to figure out where they're going to start marking the...
Well, if the spot of the foul is where the flag is at, from the 20, they're going to mark it back. Well, they're talking to Coach Franco about what his options are.
Looks like you're telling them it may only be a 5-yard penalty.
We are scoreless, by the way. First possession of the game for either team. The Trojans receiving the opening kick, and they've been very successful. It will be a holding call. So they mark it back to the 30. If you're just joining us, we're early, 8:15, first quarter, and we're scoreless.
So now it's a 2nd and 20.
Right. Trojans come to the line of scrimmage. Golden Eagles need to stand up here, as the Trojans have been using the ground game. Not a single pass thrown yet. Back to Reed at quarterback, and the fumble on the snap. Chuck, you called it. Difficult snap for Reed to corral. Falls to the turf, and all they can do is try to recover it to prevent the turnover. And now that's another loss of 5 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 25.
They're shooting themselves in the foot right now, Johnstown. And you know, Jim, that high snap, they're so quick that it screws up the timing. In that case, the back was already running by the quarterback, and when he tried to hand it to him, he hit his shoulder pad, and that caused the fumble.
Baxter in the pistol behind Reed. Snap is on the mark, looking to throw. First pass of the game. Pressure is there. Throws it underneath, and it's complete. Won't be enough nearly for the first down. The pass caught by Daniel Porter, sophomore wide receiver, 5'9", 133 pounds.
Austin Lucas followed him across the length of the field to bring down the pass receiver. Fourth down now. This is a big stop for the Golden Eagles.
Trojans looking for their first win in a couple of years. They're playing with nothing to lose. So if they're going to get this close, they're going to go for it. Certainly not in punting position. It's just one of those awkward places in the field unless you have a place kicker. But the play clock is running down. They're going to get this off. They do.
They just got it off. I think they might have called a timeout. Yep.
Yeah, they did.
They did call a timeout.
Hey, let's get some sponsors
let's get our sponsors in here. We have lots of sponsors, and we appreciate them as they come back every year, and every year we get more and more. So thank you for presenting Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Our presenting sponsors are Premier Pest Control. A presenting sponsor is Tyrone Tire and Auto, and our broadcast booth sponsor this year is Snare and Associates. We also have Varilla Real Estate, Urbans on Main, Billy Joe Friday Insurance Agency, Eric Reeder Electric, Community Pharmacy, The Student Bookstore, Mag Industries, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Greystone Apartments and Jeff Long Construction, Long's Field Service, American Eagle Paper Mills, Max Market and the Gridiron, Pacifico Bakery, Proactive Sports, and the Allied Milk Producers. Thank you very much for being sponsors this year for Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Jim?
All right, Chuck. This has been a long possession for the Trojans, and now they face a 4th and 14.
5.5 minutes they've had the ball on offense here.
And because we're in a TV game, the timeout is a little bit longer. The Golden Eagles are ready to go. The Trojans are going to take advantage to continue to talk about their options here. And to come away with no points on a possession like this, that would be a loss for the Trojans and a big gain for the Golden Eagles, who last week against Clearfield also gave up big plays to the Bison on that first possession by Clearfield and turned them away in that game.
This is something you're going to have to watch, because with the speed, I'd be a little leery and a little conscious of a screen. And a screen towards us, which would be to the left hash.
All right. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's to the left of the quarterback, Reed. Rolling this way. Trying to find time. Being chased. Throws it underneath, and it's complete, but nowhere near the first down. Great tackle there by Tyler Weston, who had his man covered, and the intended receiver, Gerald Vaney, made the catch, but he's going to come up short, and the ball will be turned over on downs. Here come the Tyrone Golden Eagles on offense, their first possession of the game, and it'll start at their own 22-yard line. 6:25 left to go. First quarter here at Gray Veterans Memorial Field. Alongside Chuck Bannis, I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Cohen Wallace actually helped that tackle, helping bust him out of bounds there.
Okay.
Giving the Golden Eagles the ball, 1st and 10. Here we go, Jim.
All right. Hoover and Ronan in the backfield. As Watt calls for it, they're going to fake it to the ground, and they're going to pass it underneath. Out there, intended and caught by Seth Hoover. Good blocking out in front, down the left sideline, out of bounds at the 42. A gain of 20 on first down. You're going to mark him out at the 40-yard line, so make it a gain of 18.
And that was a nicely set up play, and just like Tyrone's first, pass defense, no defender out there. There was nobody out in the flat for the Greater Johnstown Trojans, and boy, he had a lot of green in front of him.
Trojans used a lot of aggressive attacking on that one, and the Golden Eagles used that against them. Ronan in the pistol. They switch up the formation. No pre-snap penalty, as we saw so much of last week, and the handoff goes to Brady Ronan. A gain up, and the ball is out on the turf, but are they going to mark him down after?
I think they're calling him.
They're
calling it a fumble.
fumble.
Calling it a fumble.
That was a very slow whistle as Ronan had been stopped. His forward progress had been stopped, but the ball got ripped out. And so there's your first turnover of the game on the second play of the possession for the Golden Eagles, Chuck.
And that gives the Trojans to start with a short field at the Tyrone 44. He actually had possession of the ball over the 45, and they were pushing him back. So you figure his forward progress would have been stopped. Now they're going to take
official
a timeout.
Are they taking a TV timeout?
Yeah, they're pointing to the TV camera, so it's a TV timeout. Boy, that was a tough one there. So Tyrone has to regroup and respond, so maybe that TV timeout will help them. Watch this first play coming back, Jim. A lot of times when you have nothing to lose, like Johnstown, you get a turnover like that. Go for the big one. Try to break something deep and get it downfield. So it's going to be an interesting time for sure.
Well, we're scoreless at 6:09 left to go first quarter. We're in a TV timeout, but we're going to work through the timeout.
Yep,
all right?
Yep.
You want to talk about some sponsors again?
Well, we will. And I'm thinking TV timeouts, and then I just thought tomorrow night is a Penn State game.
Yeah.
Penn State, West Virginia, and
yeah.
that TV timeout will make it about 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody gets home. So enjoy it. Is your home or office having an insect or rodent problem? It's time to call Premier Pest Control, 814-684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call. Serving Tyrone, Altoona, State College, and surrounding areas. Premier Pest Control, a proud sponsor of Tyrone Golden Eagle football.
And we have our first injury of the game, Chuck pulling a muscle in his throat. We're going to have to ice that up for you. Trojans are still over on the sideline as the Golden Eagles are out on the field, and they're anxious to get this. So this is not the kind of start you want against a team that hasn't won in 4 years.
No.
And week 2, you're hoping to make more improvements after week 1, and I'm not feeling that right now.
Anytime you have, give up a 5-minute drive and then give it ball back with 3 minutes, 3 plays.
Reed handing off to Baxter, and they just continue to push that defensive line. He is finally brought down after a gain of about 5.
And it looks like Walk and Ewing on the stop. Not Ewing. Hang on a second here. I'll get that number in a second. His jersey's all crunched up there.
I want to say it was John Stanton.
Yeah, it is 76.
Yeah, he has the jersey rolled up.
Half his numbers.
So one of the things that you have to guard against, as Coach Franco, I'm sure, talked to his players about all week, is just because they have not won a game in 31 tries does not mean they can't come in here and win tonight. And it doesn't appear that the Golden Eagles are taking that to heart. As Baxter gets the handoff, he breaks through an opening right over the center and picks up big yards, maybe as many as 15, from the 41 down to about the 27 or 28-yard line. They're going to move the chains for the Johnstown Trojans.
There's big splits in the Tyrone linebackers there, and they're taking advantage of them. He just ran off tackle with good blocking. They shielded that, and he gets to the second line there, and boy, watch out. Watch out. They have a lot of quick feet and speed. 1st and 10.
Reed awaits the shotgun snap as Durant is the deep back, and they give it to number 2. And coming in to make the tackle, I believe that might have been Ronan, Coach. Was it Ronan or actually Eli Woomer?
Eli Woomer, yep. Nice play there by Eli.
He had to crash down to make that tackle before Durant had any chance to get some momentum, but he does pick up 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8, running clock, 4:25 left first quarter, still scoreless. Just 2 plays from scrimmage for the Tyrone Golden Eagles so far here in the first quarter. Johnstown, their second possession after a turnover by Brady Ronan, has the Trojans once again knocking on the door of the red zone as they give it to Reed, and he may have gotten away with the tackle made there by number 67, Richard Rawlings. It looked like he may have caught a little face mask, but the officials didn't see it. But instead, the tackle is made after a gain of about a half a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and a long 7.
And this is obviously 2-down territory for
4
the
down,
greater.
right?
You know, 2
Well, 2 down.
2 downs.
I got you.
Yeah, for the 4th down.
My math isn't always great. 4 minus 2.
I know.
Gotcha.
I
You do know
understand.
that.
But that's okay. I'll cover for you.
Thank you. Once again.
Here we go.
Julius
3rd
Reed.
and 2.
Empty backfield. 4 receivers set, all to his left. He's going to roll this way, looking to throw, and he's hit hard. Knocked down right before the pass is out of his hands. Lucas in on the tackle, but Reed gets it away incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 8 from the 27 of the Golden Eagles.
And Jim, did you see what Lucas Austin did there? He did not break down and stop. That's what they were doing on the first possession. He just went. He went, and you know the way he
Ignore
tackled,
the fake.
Ignore the fake. Hit on the front and run out to the back. Don't stop. Just drive through him. And that's exactly what he did to bring up a 4th down.
All right, this time you have Becky Matthews with Reed in the backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Reed looks to throw from his strong side. Flags are thrown. It's almost intercepted by Brady Ronan, in and out of his hands. Let's see what the flag is. And there's a Golden Eagle down over on the far side at about the 10-yard line.
I'll see if I can get a number for you. That's got to be a holding against Johnstown.
Yeah, but it's past the line of scrimmage, and yes, they do rule it holding against the Trojans. So the ball will be turned over on downs, and let's get a read on
it looks
the injured
like
player.
I don't want to say it yet, but it's a single number, and I think it. I can't tell. And I don't want to make a guess. So we'll see.
But the good news is, with 3:14 left to go first quarter, we're still scoreless, and Johnstown has held the ball for all but about 30 seconds of this quarter.
Exactly.
And they have nothing to show for it.
9 minutes. Tyrone has had 30 seconds, and Johnstown 9 minutes. We want to take a minute and say a big shout out to Harry Sickler. Harry is in the hospital tonight listening to the game. And Harry, we understand you're doing much better, and we miss you, so get well and get back here soon. Harry Sickler. That's number 5 that was down for Tyrone. Lucas Walk. He's favoring his left arm as he comes off. And now it's going to be first down for Tyrone at the, the 27-yard line. So let's see if the Golden Eagles can put something together here offensively. Pretty tough to tell with just 2 plays here.
We'll find out. He's over there doing his testing.
I can't tell if he's holding his stomach or if it's his left.
It's his left arm.
Left arm.
Could be his shoulder. All right. Walk gives it to Ronan. Steps through a hole. Picks up about 7 out to the 34-yard line.
Nice block there out front on Tyrone. For Tyrone, it looked like it was number 78, and that's Corey Guyman. Nice block. He cleared that out for Ronan. Pickup of about 7. And now we have a Johnstown Trojan who is sitting down on the field right now. It'll be another injury timeout. So with that in mind, let's say thank you to our presenting sponsor, Premier Pest Control. Our presenting sponsor, Tyrone Tire and Auto. Our broadcast booth sponsor, Snare and Associates. Varroa Real Estate. Irvin's on Main. Billy Joe Friday Insurance. Eric Reeder Electric. Community Pharmacy. The Student Bookstore. And Mag Industries. Thank you for supporting Tyrone Golden Eagle football.
Officially, it's a gain of 7 by Ronan. Ronan with the first turnover of the game, last possession, giving the ball back to the Trojans, who once again on their second possession failed to produce any points. So with 2:45 and counting, the Golden Eagles facing 2nd and 3 are going to throw for the first time. Ashton Walk looking, avoids, and then makes the pass, and it's incomplete, dropped by Woomer, was right in his hands. And so right now a dropped interception and a drop pass that would have been for good yardage out near midfield will bring up a 3rd and 3, stopping the clock at 2:37 first quarter. We're still scoreless.
Eli's only a sophomore, and Walk was waiting for him to come back to where you always want to come back toward the quarterback instead of just standing there waving because the defensive back's closing. And Walk threw that so that he had to come back and where it couldn't be intercepted.
Right,
Jim.
right. This time, Ronan looking and lurching
He's got it.
ahead. He reaches the ball out enough for a first down near the 40-yard line. So they'll get a fresh set of downs. Their first down of the ball game.
2 minutes and 29 seconds on a moving clock here. Still no score. Tyrone, with their second possession, is currently moving the ball, and they have a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Coleman and Weaver come split to the near side. They go pistol to Ronan once again. Doesn't see anything to the left, cuts it back to the right, and gets some positive yards. Not quite 4. Call it 2nd and, well, it's a long 6 for the Golden Eagles.
Nice block over there by Brandon Ewing. He popped that hole open for a nice little gain.
Sidecar left is Ronan. Walk calls for it, has it, looking to throw. Quick out. This time it is caught by Eli Wilmer, and he breaks a tackle down inside the 50, and a late flag coming in. It's either a late hit out of bounds or a face mask. Either way, they're going to tack 15 on after the catch by Wilmer. The pitch from Walk.
See who they call that on. Face mask.
Are they going to call it a personal foul or, yes, inadvertent?
We'll see. They're picking it up now. Going to mark it off here, and we'll be able to tell you whether it's going to be a 5 or a 15. And it looks like it's going to be a 5. Inadvertent first play for the face mask penalty. So Tyrone now is a 1st and 10 on the Johnstown 42.
The ball is set. They start the play clock. Golden Eagles are set to go. They reset, and they give it to Ronan. Beats a tackle in the backfield. Breaks down the left side inside the 20-yard line. He may have gotten to about the, 29-yard line. Quickness and a quick burst through the initial tackle by Ronan. Moves the chains. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. They mark him down at the 30-yard line. This is what we would have expected from the Golden Eagles on offense, and they're finally putting it together.
And Seth Hoover was the first to congratulate Ronan when he came back, because he made Seth look really good. It looked like he blocked 2 guys. And Ronan actually faked inside the two Johnstown guys, set themselves up to be screened by Hoover. So that was, and then he got to the outside again.
Strong side right. They're going to roll this way, and they're going to pitch it to Ronan. Blockers out in front. More blue than black, but Ronan finds an opening and creases it through for about 3 yards.
Down to about 40 seconds left in the first period. They should be able to get one more play off.
Yep, they're going to have to. The play clock is at 27 and counting.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
From the 27, just inside the 28, call it the 27 of the Johnstown Trojans. We're scoreless. As the first quarter is coming to a close, this will likely be the last play of the quarter unless there's an incompletion. Ronan behind Walk. That's Hoover in motion. They fake it to him. They got Hoover wide open in the flat. No blockers out there. He's got the left sideline inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. Well-designed play by the Golden Eagle coaching staff. Johnstown really didn't know what was coming.
They had nobody out there in the flat to prevent anything. He caught that pass, and he had 15 yards to run before he even came across a defender.
And we're scoreless after 1 quarter, Chuck.
So from the Snare and Associates broadcast booth, this is Tyrone Golden Eagle football, presented by Tyrone Tire and Auto and Premier Pest Control on 96.9 and 100.7. The Train, WTRN.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning the state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Varilla Real Estate is ready to help you in all your real estate needs. When it's 4th and 4 and you need a touchdown by selling your house, call Varilla Real Estate today.
Are you looking for a challenging and exciting work environment at a new and rapidly growing company where your potential is limitless? Well, if you answered yes, then Mag Industries in Tyrone is right for you. Check out Mag Industries jobs online at Indeed.com and apply today. Don't miss out on that next big thing in Blair County. Go to Indeed.com and look for Mag Industries and apply today. Located at 1631 Lincoln Avenue in Tyrone, Mag Industries, where everyone is an entrepreneur.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train. WTRN.
Jim Gregory and Chuck Bannis back with you, coming to you live from Gray Veterans Memorial Field in Tyrone, where one of the things we talked about, Chuck, as we get set for the second quarter, is when you've lost 31 straight, as soon as something bad happens, you get that feeling of, here we go again. But a scoreless first quarter, and the way the Trojans played in that first quarter has to give them some level of confidence that they could be competitive tonight. But let's see what the Golden Eagles could do with this possession with a 1st and 10 from the Trojans' 13-yard line. Their second possession of the game. That first quarter really was all Trojans and not much of the Golden Eagles. But right now, let's see what they can do with this possession. See if they can cap it off with 6. We're waiting for a TV timeout once again.
And Jim, another thing, remember, Trojans only have 25 players. So conditioning will take a toll here. And you can see some of their linemen right now are standing around with their hands on their hips, at least 3 of them, which is an indication that, they're starting to suck a little bit of air, those big boys up front. So Tyrone, usually is a pretty well-conditioned team. So that might be a telling factor, too, that we really haven't discussed tonight.
Yeah, it's an excellent point, because last week what we experienced with some of the Golden Eagles on defense that Coach talked about and was mentioned by a number of people is the cramping that took place last week against Clearfield.
Right, exactly.
And that does have something to do with conditioning. It also has a lot to do with hydration.
Hydration and what you've have been able to drink during the day, and also what's in the bottles there on the sideline that they continue to hydrate during the game. These TV timeouts are definitely a tough one. Hey, we want to say hi to Will Walk from Spring, Texas, Jim. He's listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football with us tonight. So once again, Will, welcome and have a good time. Leo and Julie Grady from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Noreen Williams, Penn Hills, PA. And then, Jim, I got to tell you, Mayor Bill Latcher from Tyrone listens to us all the time.
Yes, he does.
He always has nice things to say.
Yes, he does.
Mayor, thank you very much, Bill.
One of my favorites.
And then Darlene Lloyd Cup is very happy that the games are broadcasted, especially for people who can't, get out to be able to enjoy the game. Joyce Butler, Fred Fink, Lisa Sprankle, they're all here or listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football. And then it's just not locally. It's Julie Lance from Mechanicsville, Virginia. If you're not sure where that's at, it's outside of Richmond. Zach Decoya and Zyla from Savannah, Georgia. So we're all over the East Coast.
Yes, we are. Here we go. Finally back. Walk's going to go under center, and he's going to send Weaver in motion as they give it to Ronan. He smells the end zone and running hard trying to get there, but he gets enough for about 9 yards. Not enough for a first down, but it is great yardage on 1st and 10 from the 13 down inside the 6 to about the 5 of the Johnstown Trojans. Right now, the Golden Eagles sense that they've got a real good chance here to put some points on the board. Walk comes in along with Austin Lucas from the sideline. They've got their play call going from right to left here at Gray Vets. The ball's on the near side hash, and Ronan joined by Lucas in the backfield. They shift out of that formation. They're going to go left side to Ronan with more blockers than blue. Easy play, easy touchdown, 5-yard scamper by Brady Ronan. Chuck, last week when the Golden Eagles tried to reset their formation on a number of occasions, somebody along that offensive line was moving, and so that advantage you had of shifting players from one side to the other did not work in their favor. It worked right there.
Yeah, and they've had a whole week to fine-tune that, and that's what we kind of mentioned in our post-game last week, Jim, that you're never as bad as you look at your first game, or you're never as good, but your best improvement is between. Extra point.
Romani puts it through. Good job on the hold there by, I believe it was Cohen Wallace. That was a high snap, and the timing was almost taken off there.
Absolutely.
Our megaphone man is out, and the Golden Eagles are full-throated in their support of their black and orange. Tyrone tough tonight, leading the Johnstown Trojans by a score of 7-0. We're early second quarter. That's the first play of the second stanza, and it's 7-0 Tyrone.
And that was a good drive, well-balanced passing and receiving both ways. No penalties against Tyrone, so that is a very good drive put together, and it shows that this week they worked hard. I did hear from one of the coaches that they were quick this week, and they were all business. So I think they realized that they let one slip away last week. I want to say hi to Zella Hook. She's listening tonight, and also wish her a very happy birthday on Monday. She is a big Golden Eagle football fan. So Zella, thanks for listening, and happy birthday on Monday. Take the day off from Jim and I.
Can we clear that? I didn't know we had that power.
Oh, we could do anything.
Yes,
yeah.
Once you have the mic.
How many times? I don't know. But no, she deserves it.
Zamir Reed is the deep back, standing at his own 5-yard line just to our left here at Gravettes.
And if you're just joining us, there's a lot of time to fill for these TV timeouts. We're not used to TV, so it's just every time something happens, the breaks go an extra 2 minutes. But if you are just joining us, we have just started the second quarter. There's 11 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first half, and Tyrone just scored on a 5-yard run by Brady Ronan to take the lead after Romani's kick was good. 7-0 Tyrone, getting ready to kick off. And then, Jim, we can probably look at a couple more of these sponsors here. Varilla Real Estate, Irvin's on Main, Billy Joe Friday Insurance Agency, Eric Reader Electric, Community Health or Community Pharmacy, the Student Bookstore, Mag Industries, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Greystone Apartments and Jeff Long Construction, Long's Field Service, American Eagle Paper Mills, Max Market and the Gridiron, Pacifico Bakery, Proactive Sports, and the Allied Milk Producers, all sponsoring Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Also tonight, we have Mark and BJ Savino listening, and I understand they had dinner guests tonight, and they're all 4 listening, and that's Eric and Chris Hoover and Mark and BJ Savino. So I hope you're enjoying the game.
I was just looking for somebody to file a complaint with the these TV timeouts. I want to know.
Really?
It's controlled up in,
It's controlled by New York.
The headquarters up in New York.
Oh my goodness, this TV timeout, they're going to have to take 30 seconds and do calisthenics so they don't get stiff. This has been a good 5-minute TV break timeout.
Do you have Roger Goodell's number? Can you text him?
It's in my other phone.
Oh, gosh. I told you to bring both next time.
I didn't have room.
Who are we playing? I forget. Oh, Johnstown. All right. Romani puts his right foot into it. Reed steps up to the 10, over to the 15, right side, looking for blockers. Out to the 30 and forges ahead to about the 34-yard line after the initial contact. And that tackle made there by Clayton Moore.
And Tony Hughes, number 8.
All right, very good. 1st and 10. We'll be back after another TV timeout here. See ya.
It was a good return, though. Once you get the ball out to the 30-yard line, Coach will tell in high school, if you can get the kickoff back over the 30, you've done a good job. And they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 34. Johnstown with the ball.
Julius Reed at quarterback. He's the freshman. He has Baxter just off his left hip and 4 receivers in formation. 1st and 10 from the 33. Reed rolls opposite side, and he is just belted down. Braden Ewing. That's what a defensive lineman loves right there.
Yeah, he's going over to the sidelines to get the play or just say, hey, somebody's got to get that truck off the field. 'Cause he just got run right over.
Incomplete with the pass, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 34. Reed hustling the play in from the far sideline.
He called it an incomplete pass, so it stopped the clock with 11:01 left to play in the first half.
The ball on the near side hash going from left to right. The wide side of the field to the left where 3 receivers reside. They're going to try and go to the deep ball for Reed, and the pass is intercepted by Eli Wilmer. Badly underthrown, intended for Zamir Reed from Julius Reed. Played very well there by Eli Wilmer. So the Trojans have their first turnover of the game, and the Golden Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, he just threw that up. It was a jump ball.
It was a jump ball, mostly because it was underthrown. If he leads the receiver, you would have a different story, because Wilmer, he was trailing by a yard or two.
He had him beat.
But he knew the ball was underthrown, and the receiver kept running, and the receiver's got to come back and recognize you've got to compete for that football to prevent the turnover. But instead, Wilmer comes up with his first pick of the season, so the Golden Eagles go back on offense. And they give it to Ronan. He's tackled high around the neck. A pickup of maybe 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. That's the thing about Ronan and this offensive line. It doesn't happen very often. It certainly hasn't happened yet tonight that they're not getting positive yardage on every play. We're looking for Ronan to break a big one, though.
He's running hard, too. So physically, he looks like, last year he was hurt most of the year. So he's looking a lot better this year.
The wide side of the field is to the right. They're going to shift out of that. Strength is to the left, and they give it to Ronan.
Nice cutback.
He's looking for running room out to near the 39-yard line. So it should be very close to a first down. Let's see if they'll give it to him. Waiting for the signal, and I believe he has it, Chuck.
I think he has it, too. Yep, he has it.
Yeah, they're going to... Yes, they did. Okay.
He was stopped.
Please don't bring the chain gang in, because that'll be a TV timeout.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Golden Eagles from their own 39 after a gain of 8 by Brady Ronan.
And I'm going to try this, Jim. From the Johnstown stop, that last play was Cruz Acavion. I think I got that right.
All right. So if we hear from the family, we'll know to correct you.
And Jim's number is 814.
Corey Gelman over center. Nope. They're going to call a timeout by the Golden Eagles. And Coach Franco is out to talk to the referee about something to do with the clock. I don't think he wanted to have to call that timeout.
Like to say shout out to Jeff and Lisa Daub of Tyrone, listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football, Marlene Sunderland of Tyrone, Bill and Shirley Fink from Tyrone, Kim Vandervander from Tyrone, Kathy Jo Miller, and of course, Jim, remember last year we had a text message from Russell Fleece. Do you remember that one?
Vaguely.
Sailor from active duty in Japan.
It was in Japan. We heard from Germany last week.
Yeah, we heard from Germany and now in Japan. So it's Tyrone Golden Eagle football is being broadcasted worldwide. So congratulations to Leitner Communications for doing such an outstanding job. Okay.
Both teams are back out on the field. And with a 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line, here we go. That's Hoover shifting, trying to provide some blocking for Brady Ronan. Ronan follows that block for about 3, 2nd and 7. 9.5 and counting left, second quarter. Stay tuned. We'll have halftime scores and scoring updates and all kinds of information for you to share from back in the studio. Radio Rich will be bringing you that, just as always, as he has for so many years. This is our 10th year doing the games,
right.
And we've been together this whole time with Radio Rich, and we appreciate all his hard work back in the studio. Once again, Golden Eagles shift, and they're going to go with the play action. Throwing downfield, wide open. That is walk to Andrew Weaver.
First down, Tyrone Golden Eagles.
Well blocked, well executed, well thrown, and well caught. That's everything you want in a first down play into Johnstown territory.
And Jim, we just got a shout out from Pink. And Pink, glad you're listening tonight.
Hey, Pink.
How you doing? He requested that we get some local scores when we get a TV timeout. You'll have to listen to the Golden Eagle Football Halftime Show. Radio Rich will have all those local scores for you, Pink, so get your paper and pencil ready.
From the right hash, walk, giving Tyrone. Could this be the play? It's big enough for a first down. He had a chance to come really wide to the sideline and decided against it, cut it back inside, back where the pursuit was coming, but it is enough for a first down. It is a gain of 11 to the 32.
And this is the best that the Tyrone running game has looked, probably, Jim, in about 2 years. I mean, they're moving the football on the ground, and they're relying on that and coming back on a pass occasionally just to keep the defense honest.
Gage Miller's in the slot right, along with Andrew Weaver wide to the far side with Hoover and Woolmer to the left. Walk's going to keep it this time. Jumps over a tackler, but goes down to the turf after a gain of about 2.
And he was brought down there after he jumped. He was brought down by number 25, Cordell Porter, and he's only a freshman. So there's a lot of young players out there for the Greater Johnstown Trojans on the field right now.
They're going to give him just 1 yard, so it's bringing up 2nd and 9 from the 31. Going from right to left here at Gray Veterans Memorial Field. Ball on the near side hash with Ronan in the backfield, just off the left hip of Ashton Walk. 2-step drop. He's looking over the middle. They've got to have it's intercepted. I clearly saw a grabbing of the jersey on that play. I thought they would see that and call the interference. Instead, the ball is intercepted, and the turnover will give Johnstown the football at about the 20-yard line.
Nice pass. It was tipped in the air by the receiver, a little bit thrown behind the receiver, and when it's tipped, that's when it was intercepted on the way down. That ends the drive there.
Yeah.
Judy Adams from Tyrone just said she's listening and watching the live stream and listening to WTRN broadcast, so glad you're enjoying the game, Judy. Hope all's going well with you.
Julius Reed with Baxter, sidecar right. Ball on the far side hash, going from left to right. Reed calls for it, gives to Baxter, and he is hit after no gain at the 20-yard line of the Trojans. So the defense might be getting a little bit angry right now because of the frustrations on offense, and many of those offensive players are out there on defense.
And that again was number 76 on the stop there. Boy, he just gave a bear hug and right to the ground, and he did not waste any time. John Stanton, nice play. Beat his blocker and made the tackle.
Ewing and Stanton are formidable on those 2 bookends on the defensive front. Reed chased, and he gets rid of it. And is that a fumble?
Well, if they're going to call that a pass, that's an illegal receiver. We'll have to see unless
I don't even know exactly how to call that.
Yeah, the ball popped up here. Look, I was going to say if they're
going to say it is down.
Yeah, they're going to call him down. It's a loss.
Back to the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and call it 15. Just shy of 15 yards. Clock running, 5:44 and counting. Second quarter, Tyrone leads 7-0.
A lot of time in the huddle for Johnstown. Play clock down to 9 seconds.
Twin receivers to the left and to the right. Single back in the backfield. Julius Reed calls for it as the play clock comes down to 1. Chased from behind and tackled for a loss. Big tackle coming there by Andrew Weaver. He had him in his sights. He sought him out, and brought him down.
And I don't know what they're going to call this, but Braden Ewing actually beat his man, and instead of holding him, his man jumped on his back like a piggyback.
Holding.
They're going to call it holding? Yeah, they got it. But I've never seen it. He just jumped and was hanging on him. And Ewing was still chasing the quarterback. It looked like he was taking him for a piggyback ride.
It's going to bring up a punting situation for the Trojans. The loss all the way back to their own 5-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 25.
Tyrone has 2 timeouts left, and they should get good field position here on this
Coleman and
punt.
Ronan back, standing inside the Johnstown 40-yard line. Let's see if the Golden Eagles bring pressure. Punt is away. End over ender, taken by Coleman. He called for the fair catch, and there was a bit of a try at a tackle. The fans here wanting the call against Gerald Vaney, but there was really not much there in that tackle attempt, honestly.
Now they're talking about it, yeah.
But the Golden Eagles are going to have great field possession. Position. 1st and 10 from the Johnstown 35-yard line.
Plenty of time to work on it. 5:09 left in the first half.
2 turnovers in this first half. 1 on the ground, a fumble by Ronan, an interception thrown by Ashton Walk. 3 receivers. And this time they're going to give it on the ground to Seth Hoover, giving Ronan a break. Hoover running forward, strong. Gain of 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the 32.
Stay tuned for the Premier Pest Control halftime show coming up at halftime. Radio Rich will also be involved with us, bringing you all local scores.
Now they're taking Ronan out of the running game, and they're going to go instead with Hoover. And just a different running style. He's more forward, running straight ahead, power, get out of my way, I'm knocking you over.
Right.
Ronan's just more shifty.
Right. And Hoover has some acceleration speed going, so he runs well. And then when he looks like he's getting ready to be hit, he covers that ball up too. So that's another good technique that is something you watch for in a running back.
It's enough for a first down. From the Trojans' 24-yard line, 7-0. Tyrone looking to add to their lead as it will remain Hoover in the backfield. They go pistol with Ronan joining them in the backfield, providing some blocking for Hoover, and he's going to break into the secondary for a gain inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
It's going to bring up about 2nd and 1.
Hoover's got a burst. He showed it to you right there. Woomer and Walk rejoin the huddle. They're very quickly looking to continue this drive. Same formation with Ronan. The up back, power left. They give it to Hoover, and he gets enough for the first down. Twisting inside the 14 to about the 13-yard line.
Is your home or office having an insect or rodent problem? It's time to call Premier Pest Control, 814-684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call, serving Tyrone, Altoona, State College, and surrounding areas. Premier Pest Control, a proud sponsor of Tyrone football.
Weaver in the slot, right to the wide side of the field. Ronan joins Hoover and Walk in the backfield. Hoover got plenty of running room and forces his way into the end zone from 13 yards out. Seth Hoover scores the touchdown for the Tyrone Golden Eagles. Definitely a change of pace with the ball in his hands compared to Ronan and the shiftiness, and this time the power wins out.
And I think that conditioning that we talked about is starting to show, because the powder blue out there for the Greater Johnstown is noticeably slowed down in their pursuits.
Romani puts it through. Cohen Wallace doing a good job once again with the hold. The timing is very quick. He's got to get his hands out of the way in a hurry because Romani is bringing the leg through to make it 14-0. 2:46 left to go, second quarter, and the Tyrone Golden Eagles are in charge.
Yes, they are. Running game, as we stated, looks really good tonight. So this is a good confidence builder for that front four. And then they're also, except for that first drive where, they gave up quite a bit of yardage, the Tyrone defense has pretty well become stalwart.
It just seems like a different attitude by the Golden Eagles on that drive where they realize, hey, we know they haven't won in 31 tries, but they're out there playing hard, and they're going to play hard while they have their conditioning. But when they start to tire out, we can put the pedal to the metal, but we've got to take this game seriously. And it seems like maybe that's also been a part of what is happening for this Golden Eagle football team.
Yep, and as we stated pre-game, you don't want to take anything for granted. You don't want to be looking ahead. You want to look at, okay, it's 1st and 10. Now it's 2nd and 6. That's where your concentration level is, not what's going to happen in the third quarter, what's going to happen in the fourth quarter, who we playing next week. None of that. It's, early in the season and, a lot of things to make up. And I think we have a TV timeout again.
We sure do.
Here we go. Presenting sponsors, Premier Pest Control. Presenting sponsor, Tyrone Tire and Auto. Our broadcast booth sponsor, Snare and Associates. Varilla Real Estate. Irwin's on Main. Billy Joe Friday Insurance Agency. Eric Reeder Electric. Community Pharmacy. The Student Bookstore. Mag Industries, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Greystone Apartments and Jeff Long Construction, Long's Field and Service, American Eagle Paper Mills, Max Market and the Gridiron, Pacifico Bakery, Proactive Sports, and the Allied Milk Producers. Thank you so much for sponsoring Tyrone Golden Eagle football. 2:46 left in the first half. Jim, Tyrone now has a 14-point lead, 14-0 over Greater Johnstown.
All right, the ball is being handed over to Rocky. He's got the ball on the tee, and we're just awaiting the run-up. Let's see if the Golden Eagles come up with a 3 and out. Maybe get the football back with a couple of timeouts left here in the half. Maybe put some more points on the board as Rocky puts the right foot into it. It's just a good kick, one of the better kickers that you're going to find, as Reed has it over the left side, following blockers down the left sideline. It's a really, really good return. He actually never gets taken down, but he is forced out of bounds. The tackle there made by Ashton Amy, and that puts the football at about the 42-yard line of the Trojans. So that's a 42. Return of about 34 yards.
Yep, good return. Yeah. As we stated, anytime you get it over the 30 in high school on a kickoff return, that's a good kick return.
You may see a change in strategy on those kickoffs with that speed back there, because you're actually out kicking the speed of your coverage people.
Yep.
You may want to put it on the ground.
And that was kind of a line drive kick, too. It got down.
There's not much air underneath that one. That's right. Trojans start with this possession. 2:38 left to go, second quarter, and there's going to be a pre-snap penalty, a 5-yarder of a motion penalty.
I think they have 12 people on the field. There you go.
Oh, yeah, they do. Once again, your math skills showing through.
I was thinking, boy, they have a lot of blue helmets.
Looks like a lot
on the
of
line
blue.
Of scrimmage.
It's typically a pre-snap procedure penalty, but just a little too many blue folks out there. 5-yard mark off back to the 37 of Greater Johnstown. Out of the huddle they come. Going from left to right on the far side hash. So the far side of the field, the wide side is to the right of Reed. And they're going to throw it. Oh, and it's batted down. Great job. It was intended out here on the near side, but Andrew Weaver, with a man on him, blocking him, put his hands up very much a la T.J. Watt.
Perfect timing. Good timing and a nice defensive play. Stops the clock with 2:34 left. Brings
gonna
up
bring
a
up
second and long.
Second and 15.
Tyrone can put a stop to these next two plays here and get the ball back with 2 timeouts left. They still have a nice time on the
I'm
clock.
going to say Johnstown's not going to go back to the air here again. I think they probably really wanted to run that play. And the high snap, they give it to Baxter, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage and forced back for no gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 15. The clock running.
And now again was Alex Weaver.
No indication they're going to want to stop the clock here.
Sorry, Andrew Weaver.
Walk comes in, replacing Ashton Amy. Where you hit the 2-minute mark left to go, and now a timeout is called by John Franco.
Stopping it.
But, okay.
You still have 1 timeout left, so you figure they'll
20,
probably...
if you're going to call it now, why not 20 seconds?
Yeah, but, you know.
Whatever. All right. Okay. That's why I'm up here.
Yep, 2 minutes. Look at it, the 2-minute warner.
Okay. Exactly 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Second quarter, first half. And it's been Tyrone this whole second quarter as the Golden Eagles have been able to put 14 points on the board. And again, Jim, is this another? Oh, this is Tyrone called a timeout.
They did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, this has been a long first half. We've been already playing for an hour.
Are you not enjoying my company?
Oh, I love your company.
I'm starting to feel
I get so excited. I don't know what to say.
Well, when I get to your house and you're sitting in the car waiting for me, I know there's some level of anticipation.
Yeah.
I think the anticipation is mostly, is Jim going to be on time?
That's it. I think, well, I don't have time to back out of the driveway. So I'm sitting there with the car running, ready to go. I want to say hi to Ryder Crowell.
Oh, okay.
7 years old. And I'll pick this up after this next play.
Okay. At least I wasn't in Du Bois
What
tonight.
a great guy. No. And I didn't have heart palpitations tonight either.
Reed directing his offense. Calls for the snap with Baxter in the backfield. He's going to look to throw. He's got a man deep wide down the middle of the field, and the ball is incomplete.
And that'll stop the clock, too.
6 seconds elapsed, and it's going to bring up 4th and 15.
They got away with a couple holes there. But I was talking about Ryder Cole. He's 7 years old, listens to Tyrone Golden Eagle football. And I was talking about him listening and then his golfing ability and everything. I got home after the game, and there was a white envelope sticking in my storm door, and I opened it up, and there's a card in there, a thank you card, with he made in orange crayon. And it said, Mr. Bannis, thank you for telling everyone about me. Made my whole day. So thank you, Ryder.
Golden Eagles coming with pressure. They want to block this one as they had just A.J. Coleman back deep to receive, and the pressure pays off with a very short kick. And so the Golden Eagles will benefit from that bad punt with decent field position, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line with 1:45 and 1 timeout left here in the second quarter.
And stay tuned for the Premier Pest Control halftime show. That will be coming up in about a minute and 45 seconds worth of action ticks off.
Last week against Clearfield, the Golden Eagles scored with their 2-minute offense to end the first half. Let's see what they can do here. Ronan back in the backfield. Sidecar right with Ashton Walk. Triples right, single left. Walk has it. Looking. Screen pass underneath to Ronan. He's got blockers. He's at the 50. He's at the 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Cuts back inside. Inside the 10. Inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Breaking tackles. He saw the goal line. He wasn't going to be denied. But he fights to the 4-yard line. 5
Greater Johnstown tacklers hit him and could not bring him down. Excellent run. He took a 3-yard pass and turned it into what, Jim? About a 35-yard, 40?
No, we're going to call it a 61-yard pass completion. Walk to Ronan. And plenty of time.
A 2-yard pass with 65-yard credit.
Walker's going to keep it. Looks for the goal line, and he puts the ball across the plane for the touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run, a 2-minute offense that takes 2 plays and still has 1:03 left. The Golden Eagles find themselves out in front 20-0 with the Rocky Romani extra point upcoming. That is a 2-minute offense.
And those Tyrone Golden Eagle linemen up there, all 3 of them were out in front of Ronan. Boy, they just leveled anything that was wearing blue. Great blocking on that big play.
Romani puts it through. That's a little more like it. The Golden Eagle offense exploding for 3 second-quarter touchdowns. All right. I actually take my headset off and put the speaker out there because I want people to hear that atmosphere.
And Kenny Miles does a nice job of, getting the crowd stoked up.
Kenny and I were talking before the game. Actually, he's one of the pictures I posted on our little Facebook page to let folks know we're here and getting ready.
You always...
it was a great picture of you. It was a great look of confusion.
You do really well at that. You wait until you can get me when
That's your most vulnerable.
Yeah. I go into the men's room. I always look over my shoulder when we're at Gray Field. Where's Gregory? Him and his cell phone.
Oh, boy.
103 left in the first half. 21-0. Tyrone ahead of the Greater Johnstown Trojans. And Rich Yawner just signed in and is listening to the game. Rich, Tyrone's looking pretty good tonight. And once again, congratulations on being named defensive coordinator for the Virginia Military Institute. And I know we had talked a year and a half ago when you were still coaching at Delaware, and we were going to try to have you on the air with us, but you're in Virginia, and there's the kickoff. It was Squibber, Jim.
Yep, exactly what we thought they might do.
Nice tackle.
And the result is a return of just a few yards by Kaleem Taylor, as the coverage was excellent that time by the Golden Eagles.
And that was Tony Hughes, number 8, making the stop. Just a tick under, half a tick under 1 minute, so 59.5 seconds left in the first half of action.
Now, this is when the Trojans start to think, oh, here we go again. Now, are they feeling that they're going to try and come up with a big play, which could lead to a big turnover? Or will they just be happy that they played some decent football here in this first half and just go to the locker room satisfied with what they've done so far? And it looks like with an empty backfield that Reed is going to go to the air. 1st and 10 from their own 32, rolling to his left, going to throw against his body, being chased by Braden Ewing, and then brought down nicely over on that far sideline by Andrew Weaver. And there's a flag thrown here at about the 36-yard line, and Baxter is clapping, indicating that it may be against the Golden Eagles. I
do. I think it's against number 6 for Tyrone there, and that is Eli Woomer.
Defensive
holding. He had a handful of jersey going across the middle there.
And that his guy is nowhere anywhere near a possible receiver.
Oh, wait a minute. Now they've changed it. They're calling it, are they calling that against Tyrone, or did he point, or no, now the officials telling him pointing against Tyrone now. The referee pointed against Johnstown, and now the other officials coming in and they're talking about it. And I think they're going to call it against.
This would be a perfect time for a TV timeout.
Yeah. What it's holding, pushing in the back. Tyrone, there you go. Yeah. They corrected it. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Automatic first down.
Going to take it to about, the 40-yard line? No, 40.
39.
39?
Yep.
And that'll make it first down.
Automatic.
With 52 seconds left in the first half.
Julius Reed brings the play in from the sideline. Trojans break their huddle. 1st and 10 from their own 39, trailing 21-0. Alongside Chuck Bannis, I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for joining us on 100.7, 97.9, WTRN. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, Twins to the right. Rolling left, throws downfield, and it is incomplete. Nice play there defensively on the coverage by Brady Ronan, which stops the clock with 46.5 seconds left.
And boy, they're allowing a lot of holding to go on there. You know, you see that their rush. Eli Woomer was rushing there, and he was held from behind. So they're kind of like giving a little bit of leeway there. It's going to be 2nd and 10, 46.5 seconds left in the first half. Stay tuned for the Premier Pest Control halftime show. It's going to be interesting. All local scores and some post-game or pre-halftime information. There's a sweep, Jim.
Pitch to Baxter. Can't spin out of a tackle initially made by Austin Lucas. For possession is stopped, and the whistle will
about a
put the
2-yard
ball
gain.
at about the 41 exactly for 2 yards, and that could be the last play of the quarter. The game clock shorter than the play clock. Trojans are coming to the huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage, though. They're going to try and get one off here.
11 seconds. They should be able to get this off.
Reed looking to throw. And it's complete on the near sideline, but time has run out. That'll be the end of the first half.
Yep, it was complete.
Yep.
Okay.
21-0 your score at halftime. And we're going to send it back to the studio. Chuck, send us out of here.
From the Snare and Associates Broadcasting booth, this is Tyrone Golden Eagle Football, presented by Tyrone Tire Auto and Premier Pest Control on 96.9 and 100.7, The Train, WTRN.
Having a good, reliable vehicle isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Wouldn't you want to buy a vehicle from a business that's been servicing automobiles for years? You should buy from Tyrone Tire and Automotive. They've got a nice selection of fully refurbished used vehicles with great warranties, and their technicians are certified for state inspections, and they'll service your vehicle from the engine to the tires. Worried about getting a loan? At Tyrone Tire and Automotive, it's buy here, pay here. For your next vehicle, go to Tyrone Tire and Automotive, TyroneAuto.com, or find them on Facebook. Something bugging you? It's time to call Premier Pest Control. If your home or office is being overtaken by insects or rodents, call 684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call. Avoid the hassle of having to explain your problem to several people before you even see the serviceman. When you call Premier Pest Control, you'll talk directly to the serviceman. So call 684-2600 and tell them what's bugging you. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour response, serving Altoona, Tyrone, State College, and surrounding areas.
See Gary McGovern at Thrivent Financial First. Gary can help you with your personal or business planning, plus college or retirement solutions. Thrivent also provides life and disability insurance, as well as mutual funds in the U.S. Top 5 ranking. Call 814-207-5805 or email gary.mcgovern@thrivent.com. Thrivent Financial, 1051 Pennsylvania Avenue, Tyrone. Gino's.
Featuring the music of Robert W. Smith. The band is under the direction of Mr. David Hart, and the instructional staff includes Rob Gonso, Corinne Preppy, Marcia Fink, Lisa Geisinger, and Floyd Hunter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Golden Eagle Marching Band and Inferno.
I'll put it in your lawnmower.
Yeah, what's up? Okay, I'll tell him. Okay.
Your Tyrone Golden Eagle marching band. Okay, so you can direct your attention down to the north end of the field. We're going to have our kicking contest, and tonight we have kicking senior Remy Fleck, junior Hunter Tyrone, and 3 times previously successful halftime kicking winner, Mackenzie Gonzalez.
Is leading 21-7. Winburn, very good team there, no problem with Curwensville, 35-0 at halftime, and Bucktail 22, and it is West Branch 7 again near halftime. Don't forget there's a game tomorrow night, and it will be at Mansion Park in Altoona as well, as it will be Bishop McCourt at Bishop Guilfoyle. Once again, your Tyrone score is 21-0. Couple things to talk about include the Fighting Irish, who won last week over Navy. You can hear their game tomorrow as they take on Tennessee State at Notre Dame Stadium. The pregame show will be at 2:30 and the kickoff at 3:30 p.m. Paul Burmeister and Tony Simone call the action on 96.9 and 100.7 WTRN, the train with all the Notre Dame Fighting Irish games this season. And we have the date set for Tyrone area high school band's home competition. It's Saturday, September 30th at Gray Vets Field. Starting time will be at 7 p.m. And we were talking about Bill Latchford earlier. Chuck, along with Jim, was. The mayor will be at Labor Day Picnic this year, taking on some of my old duties of DJing the Labor Day Picnic. I used to do it, though, from back on the station. But he's going to play Woodstock-themed music throughout the day at the Labor Day Picnic this year. And if you wear a hippie outfit to the picnic, you have a chance to win a prize. And we'll rejoin Jim and Chuck at the field right after this. American Eagle Paper Mills, Pennsylvania Avenue, Tyrone, helping to bring you high school sports. At American Eagle, we produce only the highest quality recycled paper. American Eagle has an exceptional team of experienced manufacturers that set us apart. And the products are better for the planet, as we use fewer natural resources and recycled fiber to make them. American Eagle Paper Mills, of Tyrone.
You don't have to choose between nutrition and taste when it comes to milk for your kids. Now there are more flavored milks in the dairy section. Adding flavor doesn't take away the 9 essential nutrients to help kids build strong bodies. And if you're concerned about sugar, flavored milk accounts for only about 4% of added sugar in children's diets. Whether white or flavored, milk helps kids build strong bones and bodies. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
For fresh meat and cheese, forget the big box stores. Come to the biggest little store in Tyrone instead. Max Market and the Gridiron. Steaks like T-bone, porterhouse, top sirloin, and more. Fresh ground beef, country store hot dogs. And when you're on the go and hungry, it's Max Market and the Gridiron for delicious hoagies, pizza, stromboli, wedges, baked wings, and more. Take out or dine in. Family owned and operated since 1974. Max Market and the Gridiron. 1658 Columbia Avenue, Tyrone. Credit cards accepted. Call 814-684-0660. On the web at maxgridiron.com.
Pacifico's bakery products have been on the dinner table of families throughout central Pennsylvania since 1947. Whether it's Pacifico's famous Italian bread, your favorite sandwich rolls, or any of the other varieties of quality products you have loved for years. And it's located right here in our own hometown. Check out the Pacifico's Bakery Outlet, where you can choose your favorites at a great price. Stop in every Friday for some yummy extra special baked goods. Pacifico's Bakery in Altoona, proud to be a part of our community.
There's nothing more exciting than seeing your company name or logo imprinted or embroidered on quality business apparel. Proactive Sports in Altoona can make your business or organization stand out with their custom art department, screen printing, and embroidery. Whether it's for a business, high school, college, a local sports team, club, or even logo design for an event, Proactive Sports is your go-to source for screen printing and embroidery. And they even customize. Find them on the web at proactivesportsinc.com or stop in and see Proactive Sports in their shop at 5910 California Avenue in Altoona.
Anytime is the right time for ice cream, and the ice cream window at Urban's on Main is open. It's time to walk up to the window at Urban's on Main and order your favorite ice cream treat, like sundaes loaded with your favorite toppings, banana splits, or one of Urban's famous tornadoes with flavors like coconut cream pie, snickerdoodle, and many more. Ice cream from Urban's on Main is great for dessert after one of their delicious meals, or all by itself. The ice cream window is open at Urban's on Main, 400 Main Street, Bellwood.
It's a new name, same great station. 96.9 and 100.7. The Train. WTRN. Tyrone, Altoona.
From the Snare and Associates broadcast booth, this has been the premier pest control halftime show. Stay tuned for the third quarter next on 96.9 and 100.7, The Train, WTRN. Jim?
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much. I got to ask you because I got to give some credit to Antoine Reed, the head coach of the Johnstown Trojans and that Trojan football team. What's the longest losing streak you've ever been a part of?
Oh, personally?
Uh-huh.
Maybe 3.
31.
I know.
And that team looks like they've got some interest in what they're doing out there, and that's not easy to do. So credit to the coaching staff for the Greater Johnstown Trojans that this team came to play tonight. They've given the Tyrone Golden Eagles a little more than they thought they would have to handle, leading 21-0. But when you've lost 31 in a row and you lost in week 1 47-0, you go scoreless in that first quarter, that's something to build upon, and they're looking for just about anything that they can call building blocks on this football team, and I think that deserves some recognition.
Absolutely, and you've got to give them credit for, in addition to doing that, they had a decision to make. Those young men had a decision to make. Do we want to be part of this?
Exactly.
We've been going out there getting crushed, and you can see there's not a whole lot of visitors over there. So it's going to take a while for them to build that program back up. I think that coach that they have is gonna get it done eventually. He's gonna work hard, and I think he's got the respect of 25 young men who are out there working hard. And Rome wasn't built in a day, that's for sure.
A lot of young players, as we mentioned during the first half. The freshman quarterback Julius Reed has taken the dominant number of snaps tonight.
A couple of those defensive backs are only they're true freshmen,
right?
So and they're playing well. Picked off a pass, even though it was a little bit maybe thrown behind the receiver, but they picked off a pass. They recovered a fumble. They're getting there. It's going to take a while,
Well, what's going to make it tough for the Trojans here in this second half is trailing 21-0. The Golden Eagles are out on the field ready to receive the kickoff to start this second half. So the Golden Eagles will have a chance to add to their lead with that first possession to start this third quarter.
And Jim, we'll probably, get this out here before the kickoff. Tyrone will be out without the services the rest of this game with number 5, Lucas Walk. He was injured and came off the field, and we noticed that when he came out with the team, he didn't have his shoulder pads on, and his arm was in a sling. So he is done for tonight. Lucas Walk. Hopefully.
Elijah Murphy will do the kicking duties here to start this third quarter for the Johnstown Trojans. Just a beautiful night for high school football. Nobody has left Gray Veterans Memorial Field. They've seen a good performance here by the Golden Eagles. They want to see more in the second half. We won't be back here next week, but we will be back the following week for Bald Eagle area. Right?
No, that's away.
That's away also?
Bald Eagles away.
Okay,
There's only 4 home games this year.
Okay, so 3 of the first 4 are on the road.
The next home game after Bald Eagle game would be the backyard brawl with Bellwood Annis.
Okay.
And that is scheduled for September 22nd here at Gray Field.
We're still on a TV timeout. an extra long halftime here.
Nice crowd here tonight for the home opener for Tyrone. Beautiful evening. My goodness, they must be relaying these timeout cards from New York to Johnstown.
I'm texting Tim Rigby, my old friend at Channel 6. What in the world?
That is a long halftime. They've already had roughly 25 minutes of halftime because of the regular halftime and then this extended timeout, TV timeout.
All right, here we go. The ball's on the tee. Will Walk says we're coming in loud and clear down in Houston tonight and appreciates the coverage. Short kick, taken at the 42, and not going anywhere with it is Austin Lucas. That was a weird, off the side of the foot, giant quail kick. Good job by Lucas just to get his hands on it. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, he caught it at the 46. And then his fancy footwork, he started running the wrong way. And thank goodness they tackled him when he was at the 40. So he lost 4 yards on that play.
1st and 10. The snap goes to Walk, who hands to Ronan. And he's not going to get out of the grasp of the tackle of, that's also the man who did the kicking, Elijah Murphy. Tackled from behind by the back of the neck. It's a gain of a little over 5 out to the 46. Again, as we're always going to say with Ronan, it's always going to be positive yardage.
He falls forward. He struggles and falls forward. He's not happy, being stood up. He wants to go at least forward, and he does that successfully. There's a handoff to Ronan again, and he's going to pick up the first down, go over the 50-yard line, and it's going to take the ball into Johnstown territory, and they're going to mark it at about the
47, it looks
47?
like. Yeah, 47 of the Trojans. Wormer and Walk join the huddle at the 45.
And so far, the offensive adjustment is to hunker up and run right at them to start the third quarter.
Gelman over the football. Hoover joins the backfield. They seal off this right side for Ronan. He's got the sideline. He's got the corner and finally gets knocked out of bounds after a big gain inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Call it 19 yards on the gain by Brady Ronan.
Ronan's having himself a nice night tonight for Tyrone. He's got to be, starting to hone in on 100 yards rushing. He's had a good night rushing. And the offensive line has done a very nice job opening up holes for the Tyrone running backs.
Coleman and Weaver to the near side. The ball's on the right side hash as they bring Hoover to join the backfield and block for Ronan. Inside the 25 to about the 24. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. Second and let's call it 6. You're just joining us. We're early third quarter. Tyrone leads it 21-0, scoring all 3 touchdowns in that second quarter.
And then, Jim, the platooning that they've done with Hoover and Ronan, it's also kept them fresh. So, they're running hard, and you can tell they're both still real fresh when they're in there.
They go from left to right with Ronan sidecar left for Walk as Hoover joins, and they give it to Hoover with Ronan blocking. He's got the corner inside the 15. Heads to the sideline. Keeps his feet knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and 10. They can still get a first down as I think they're going to mark him down shy of the 10. Let's see. It's on the far sideline. And no, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. Stops the clock with 10:02 left third quarter. 21-0, Tyrone leading it. Looking for more. They've done it all on the ground here. 55 yards on the drive so far. Ronan has it. Sidesteps a tackler, sidesteps another tackler, and goes into the end zone practically untouched with a flag thrown after the touchdown. After the whistle, a flag was thrown. I believe the touchdown will count, and let's see if it's a dead whistle foul. Hold on, hold the phone. Here's the call from the referee. After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Tyrone Golden Eagles.
On number 2, yes, it was called on Ronan. Apparently, he must have done something that we couldn't see in the end zone.
Or maybe said something.
Said something or done something.
Well, they'll kick the extra point and likely enforce on the ensuing kickoff.
Now the question is, do they do that, or are they going to mark it back now? Looks like they're going to let him kick from the original mark.
Yes, assessed on the kickoff. Okay.
Correct.
We're a kick away from a 28-0 lead for the Golden Eagles. 9:56 left. Third quarter. Snap and the hold and the kick. Romani's 4 for 4. Chuck, let's get some sponsors who are going to be really happy to hear about this score right now.
Right, at the 9:56 mark of the third quarter, Tyrone has taken pretty much control of the game right now, 28-0. And for our sponsors, presenting sponsor, Premier Pest Control. Presenting sponsor, Tyrone Tire and Auto. Broadcast booth sponsor, Snare and Associates. Varilla Real Estate, Irvin's on Main. Billy Joe Friday Insurance Agency in Tyrone. Eric Reeder Electric, Community Pharmacy, the Student Bookstore, Mag Industries, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Greystone Apartments and Jeff Long Construction, Long's Field Service, American Eagle, Paper Mills, Max Market and the Gridiron, Pacifico Bakery, Proactive Sports, and the Allied Milk Producers. Wanted to shout out to Pete Dutrow, who's here tonight. Pete's a snowbird. He's in Florida half the time and up here half the time, but he is here watching the game.
He was athletic director back in my days at Channel 10.
Yep. When I first came here, he was the athletic director at Tyrone. A good guy, Pete Dutrow. So, Pete, welcome back home to Gray Field. I remember one night I was going to scout, and John Franco told me that he wanted me to go to Mount Union to scout the Mount Union team. So I said, okay. So I drove down to Mount Union, got to the field at about 20 minutes after 6. Not a car in the lot. So I went to a convenience store. I said, hey, where's the football game tonight? What's going on with the football game? And the clerk said, oh, Mount Union's playing at Everett. If you want to see a good game, go up to Tyrone and see Tyrone play Phillipsburg. So I called Cindy and I said, hey, call Pete Dutrow and have him go down on the field and ask, John, what's he want me to do? So, of course he wants me to go to Everett. So I thought I was going to get audited when I turned in my mileage for that. Well, Chuck, Mount Union's not 125 miles away, But ended up going over to Everett High School, which I had never been to before, and I always check the newspaper to make sure. Even when he told me he wanted me to scout.
Romani kicks off from his own 25-yard line, kicks it over the head of Baxter, who has to go back inside his 20, inside his 15 even, to make the catch. Breaks 2 tackles over the right side. Now a third tackler finally brings him down, and
all kind
there's
of
a flag brought in from the far side. Oh, that was an adventure. Romani's leg doing a good job of kicking over the head, and now a holding penalty against the Trojans. So this is really going to work out in Tyrone's favor.
Last week, Jim, we had a 3-hour and 3-minute game, I think, up in Clearfield, because it was a long game. And we're already pushing almost 2 hours here, and we still have 9:48 to go in the third quarter. And heaven knows how many more TV timeouts we'll have to face.
How long is the kitchen open at the bullpen?
I don't know, but our sponsors are going to be loving this. Well, I keep reading our sponsors.
They have to mark that ball from the spot of the foul all the way back to Johnstown's 15-yard line.
I wouldn't worry about how long the kitchen's open. I'd worry about what time do they stop serving breakfast. You know?
Stop.
We might still be here.
All right, here comes Johnstown on offense, trailing 28-0. They'll start with two backs in the backfield, along with Julius Reed at quarterback. The freshman calls for it. They're going to go back to the ground game that was so successful in that first possession of the first quarter, and they're going to pick up about 5 with Baxter doing the damage.
Nice
Spot
hole.
The ball is at the 21-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
And Austin Lucas in on the stop there for the Golden Eagles.
Same formation for the Trojans. Single receiver right and left. They're going from right to left from the far side hash mark here at Gray-Vets Memorial Field, and they give it to Baxter once again. Stutter steps in the backfield, takes a tackler for a ride, picks up 7. First down, Johnstown.
Okay, now this is where the new Johnstown coach is going to take over. It's 28-0. You know, probably nobody over on that side of the field is really enthusiastically thinking, oh yeah, we still got this game. So what he's going to do is he's going to say, hey, it's nothing on this drive. Let's do what we want to do. Let's practice.
Because they haven't scored yet this year.
No, let's see what we can do here. Right. And it's paying off for them because now they have had 2 first downs and they have been all on the ground.
They lost 47-0 last week, and they're held scoreless here so far tonight. And they're going to let Baxter do most of the damage. Once again, over that right side, gets the right sideline, steps out of bounds, shy of the first down marker, over there to at least get him to touch the sideline was Eli Woomer. It's a gain of 8, brings up 2nd and 2 from the 36. Clock stop, 8:30.
Ronan coming off the field here. Or no, that wasn't Ronan.
Reed has it, and they're going to give it this time to the other back in the backfield, and I just lost that number. It's Raheem Durant.
Brady Ronan tripped him up there, ankle tackle.
Got the first down.
Yep.
Right at the 38-yard line of the Trojans. This drive started at their own 15. They've got lots of breathing room now. All on the ground. It worked for them in that first quarter. Single receiver to the right. Now they move a man to the slot. Pistol formation, power right. This time they give it to Baxter. Runs into one of his own blockers, and Braden Ewing comes in to clean that one up for a loss of 2 back to the 36. Going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Yep. And then also in on the initial hit there was, again, number 67, Richard Rawlings, senior, was in on the initial hit. And Ewing came in and helped him finish it off. Called no gain on that play, Jim.
Okay. I guess I thought they had it back to the 36. Illegal procedure penalty is declined. Didn't even see the flag on that one.
I didn't see the flag.
So the play didn't count. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Didn't hear the whistle. Reed looking over the Tyrone defense. It's been formidable tonight, pitching a shutout. Has the snap. And they're going to go back to Baxter. The ball's on the ground.
He might have fallen on it.
It looks like he did.
He did. The fortunate bounce there. He fell on it. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yep, no gain once again.
Clock's running. 7:08 left in the 3rd period. Tyrone 28. Greater Johnstown Trojans 0.
33 yards on this drive so far. Now a couple of miscues. A loose ball and a procedure penalty has stalled this drive to bring up 3rd and long from the 38. Reed going to throw.
Again,
rolling right.
Snap.
Looking downfield. Looks for a man. It's incomplete. Into double coverage. They had him bracketed short and long. The intended receiver over on that far sideline. That's going to bring up 4th and 10, and the Trojans are going to make the decision to punt this one away. Their punting game has been a little bit suspect here tonight. The Golden Eagles brought pressure the last time, and that forced a short punt.
Brady Roan
And so they are going to bring some pressure here with just one man back. Typically, they would have two men back, Coleman and Ronan. Let's see if they try to force a bad snap and a bad punt. High snap. Plenty of time to get it away. Coleman calls for it. Tough catch in the lights, but makes it.
Key thing there is he did not allow that ball to bounce, because the way how high that was, it could have very easily had that football bounce of about another 15 yards.
Excellent point. 1st and 10 for the Tyrone Golden Eagles at their own 34-yard line. 6:33 left to go in the third quarter. Tyrone leads it by a score of 28-0.
And some of our sponsors here: Varilla Real Estate, Irwin's on Main, Billy Joe Friday Insurance Agency of Tyrone, Eric Reeder Electric, Community Pharmacy, the Student Bookstore, Mag Industries. Jim?
I'll share a text with you here in a second. Walk giving to Hoover as he was by himself in the backfield.
I think he fought for about a yard there.
Reached out to a friend of mine at Channel 6, said, hey, I'm calling Roger Goodell about these TV timeouts. He said, we got to make money too. Fair enough. Everybody's got to eat. I get it.
Copy machine.
Yeah. Gain of about a yard.
They're actually going to give him 2. Wow. Okay. Yeah, he fought for 2 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and 8. 6 minutes left in the third period.
Weaver will come to the slot near side. They're going from left to right here at Gravettes Memorial Field, heading toward the south end zone. Walk throwing underneath, and that is Wallace, and he is toppled down at about the 41-yard line after making the catch.
And number 21 there for the Trojans, and that is not on their roster, so apologize for that. That goes 20-22.
And the ball at the 41. It's going to bring up 3rd and a short 3. Hoover in the backfield. Ronan joins it, and they go to Hoover. He needs 3. He's got 4 or 5 for the first down inside the 45. It's outside to the 46-yard line. No, they mark him down at the 45.
Yeah. Need touch first.
Okay, well, that's enough for a first down. I like that running style that he brings, joining Ronan in that backfield. It's a good combination. We didn't see that last week.
No.
It was all Ronan last week.
Ronan last week. Ronan had, 83 yards in total rushing yards last week. I think he has well over that this week.
2 receivers, 3 now to the left. That's the wide side and the far side for Walk as he gives to Hoover. He's got running room left. Inside Johnstown territory, and then forced back a few yards, but they should mark him down at about the... No, they're not. They're not going to give him the field, the forward progress. It's right at the midfield stripe. 2nd and 5. Time left in the third. 4:20 and counting. Tyrone leads it 28-0. Scoring a touchdown here in the third quarter on their first possession, as Woomer and Walk bring the play in from the sideline.
2nd and 5 for the Golden Eagles.
Stayed mostly on the ground, just the single pass in this possession to Woomer, and now they're going to have to hustle as the play clock is down to 4 and 3. They get it off. They give it to Hoover. Running. Oh, the ball's on the ground. He got stripped from behind, and Johnstown's going to recover it.
Yep, that's the second fumble. So the running backs will be doing some up downs tonight, as Ronan coughed one up in the first period, and now Hoover's done likewise in the second.
Johnstown will take over possession with the first turnover of this second half, the third one of the game for the Golden Eagles. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 48-yard line, trailing it 28-0. 3:49 left to go, third quarter. Alongside Chuck Bannis, I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for joining us on WTRN.
That's Tyrone's third turnover for the game. And they're still up by 28 points.
Reed calls for it. Watch him to roll right. And now they're going to pitch right. That's Raheem Durant with the carry. He's been a bit of a spot runner here and there. He's given Baxter a breather, but he's been effective. He's got good speed on the outside as well. They're going to give him 6 yards. Going to bring up second and a long 4. The scoreboard says 7.
No, it's definitely not 7.
It's definitely not 7.
It could be 5.5 if not 7.
Julius Reed, at quarterback, calls the signals and awaits the snap. He has it. Oh, it's high again. Brings it down, and that really times.
That just ruins the timing of the play. Yeah,
Baxter brought down for a loss.
Poor running back, he starts and he has to come to a complete stop because he's going to be well by the quarterback before he even comes down out of the air trying to get that high snap.
That's a loss of 3.
That time it's over.
Yeah, it brings up 3rd and 8 from the Tyrone 49-yard line. A turnover, giving Johnstown the football here, trailing 28-0. But right now, they're not taking advantage of that turnover. Baxter and Durant in the backfield with Julius Reed. Single receivers to his right and left. From the far side hash mark. Has it. Rolling right. Looking to throw. Looking for a man. And it's almost intercepted. Over there with that ball in his hands was Gage Miller. He had coverage. The ball was poorly thrown. And that's the 3rd dropped interception by the Golden Eagles tonight.
I think you're right, Jim. 3rd. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and it looks like another punting situation for Johnstown. Again, Tyrone only has 1 man back.
A.J. Coleman standing inside his 20. And now they're going to go with a fake punt. Rolling, coming to his left, and he's going to be stopped. Great job of coverage by the Tyrone Golden Eagle defense as Cohen Wallace was there to make the tackle. Also, Seth Hoover was there in case he needed to provide support. And the wide side of the field to the near side here there was a lot of green, but that's just a bad decision by the Trojans punter.
Yep.
And that was Baxter. And I'm not sure he was doing the punting previous. And so when they put him in there, that should have been a signal that they were thinking about. Yeah.
2:09 remaining.
First and 10 from their own 49. Walk, gonna throw. Over the middle, into the gut of Seth Hoover. Makes the catch at the 45. He was sure-handed on that one as there was plenty of blue surrounding him, but Walk threads the needle, gets it in there for a gain of just a little over 5. It's going to bring up second and a long 4.
And Jim, we have Bonnie Fetzer. She's the mother of Murray Fetzer, and she's down in Florida listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football. So Bonnie, hope you're enjoying the game, and thank you for saying you love listening to Jim and I. We appreciate that.
Hoover and Ronan in the backfield. They give it to Ronan. Runs back into the pursuit. Not enough for a first down. It's really maybe just a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yep, 3rd and about 2. Yep, call 3rd and 2. Clock's running. 1:13, 1:12.
The ball resting at the Johnstown 43-yard line. Walk and Austin Lucas deliver the play from the sideline. Clock now under a minute, as Chuck noticed. And a whistle. What do we have? Referees, officials timeout.
Must have no idea why they called a timeout. He's walking.
They're not indicating it's been taken by the Trojans. No, they're bringing both teams back out on the field. They're saying, no, we're still playing. Come on, let's go. He's waving the Golden Eagles back out on the field.
Both teams, yeah.
There may have been a situation with the play clock, and so they've got that. Everybody's ready to go. The ball is set.
Yeah, it was a play clock. He's telling him just to, pumping it back up. 25 seconds, and now play
it's
clock
running.
starts.
Okay. Warmer to the near side with Weaver in the slot. The give to Ronan. Wants to make sure he gets the first down, so he was running hard forward and does so, gets to the 40, and that could...
And Jim, we have Thriving Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Greystone Apartments, and Jeff Long Construction, Long's Field Service, American Eagle Paper Mills, Max Market and the Gridiron, Pacifico Bakery, Proactive Sports, and the Allied Milk Producers, all sponsoring Tyrone Golden Eagle football. Jim?
All right. 1st and 10 from the Johnstown 40. His walk's going to go deep. No, he looked deep and had a man, but he throws underneath to Seth Hoover. He was really interested in throwing that ball for Andrew Weaver, who was streaking on the post pattern. He had the center of the field wide open, but there was just a little bit too much pressure for Walk, and you know what? Don't force a play when you're up 28-0.
Yeah.
Just go with what's safe, and that's exactly what he did.
And don't take the sack. You got outside the tackle boxes, he had a receiver there, and he threw it low enough where if it was going to be caught, Seth Hoover was the only one that was going to catch it.
Play clock is at 11, and the Golden Eagles just joined the huddle. They have to hustle to get this one off. 7 seconds, 6, and they're not going to get it off. Nope, there you go.
Yep, delay
a little too much time on the sideline trying to figure out what play they wanted to run, so the 5-yard penalty will bring up 2nd and 15 from the Johnstown 45-yard line.
Tyrone's opponent next week, Central. Tyrone will be traveling down to the Central in Roaring Springs. As Rich said, they were having no trouble either with Somerset. It was 28-0 at halftime, as Rich reported. And so they'll be entering the game at 2-0.
The give to Hoover on the sweep. Good blocking out here on the near sideline. Weaver doing a nice job of sealing his man off and allowing Hoover to get the corner, get inside the, what did they mark him out at, the 33-yard line? So they got the penalty yardage back and some more. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
And this should be the last play of the 3rd quarter, unless it's an incomplete pass.
4.5 seconds left. Here in the 3rd, Golden Eagles break the huddle. Ronan in the backfield with Walk. 4 receivers, twins right and left for Ashton Walk. 2-step drop, he's going to the post. Over the shoulder catch, touchdown! Tyrone Golden Eagles just dropping it in the bucket. Ashton Walk for Gage Miller. That's a pretty play to see on television or on the Eagle Eye stream.
Right.
Just dropped it over the shoulder of Gage Miller for the touchdown. 33 yards. Walk to Miller. We're just a kick away from a 35-0 Tyrone lead.
And that was as the clock expired. So they took every second there in the 3rd quarter.
Just a perfectly thrown ball by Ashton Walk. Extra point is good.
How about that? And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. How about that? That was pretty doggone good. What a nice pass right over the shoulder, and perfect pass. From the Snare & Associates broadcast booth, this is Tyrone Golden Eagle football, presented by Tyrone Tire and Auto and Premier Pest Control on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning a state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Varilla Real Estate is ready to help you in all your real estate needs. When it's 4th and 4 and you need a touchdown by selling your house, call Varilla Real Estate today.
Having a good, reliable vehicle isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Wouldn't you want to buy a vehicle from a business that's been servicing automobiles for years? You should buy from Tyrone Tire and Automotive. They've got a nice selection of fully refurbished used vehicles with great warranties, and their technicians are certified for state inspections, and they'll service your vehicle from the engine to the tires. Worried about getting a loan? At Tyrone Tire and Automotive, it's buy here, pay here. For your next vehicle, go to Tyrone Tire and Automotive, TyroneAuto.com, or find them on Facebook.
96.9 and 100.7. The Train. The Train. WTRN.
Well, the Golden Eagle train has certainly left the station, leading 35-0. They were held scoreless in the first quarter, done all this damage in the second and third quarter. 2 touchdowns here in the third. They had 3 in the second, and right now, I guess we could say the mercy rule kicks in here.
Yes, it should kick in, so that should help eliminate some of the TV timeouts.
TV runs the show, bud.
Okay, Tyrone's getting ready to kick off, and you know, Jim, I don't want to jinx it, but we've completed 3 quarters, and so far this is the first game that Tyrone has not been penalized for too many men on the field for like a whole football season. It was every game last year, at least one, sometimes more. So that is another improvement that looks like it's been made. So good job there.
Well, the pre-snap penalties from last week and what we've seen a lot, the offensive line has held its place.
Just not making the mental mistakes that they made. Of course, it was the first
3
game
turnovers here too tonight, though. So they've not been mistake-free and still lead at 35-0. They've had 3 dropped interceptions as well.
We must still be in a... Here we go.
Oh, yeah, we are.
We're getting the ball to Romani now. And he'll be...
Wow, the crowd is really enjoying tonight. Nobody has left. The student section looks really well received.
Some people are putting some sweaters on out there. It must be hitting below 70.
Once again, they squivered along the turf. Picked up at the 23-yard line. That's Durant. Over the left sideline, knocked out of bounds at about his own 40-yard line.
Nice return.
It's a smart strategy because the deep kicks by Romani have not been high, and the coverage team has not been able to get downfield, and so they learned from those first couple of kicks that were good returns by the Trojans. They didn't prevent one there, but the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. They do trail at 35-0, and once that clock starts to tick, it won't stop except for penalties, injuries, and change of possession.
And Jim, I like what I'm seeing here, this young Johnstown team. These younger kids that are out there, they have some good speed. And once they build around those kids, in a year or two, with that kind of speed, yes, because you can't have 25 kids. You can hardly practice with 25 kids. But, they have some skilled players.
Reed gives to, it looks like it's Durant. Give him 3. Bring up 2nd and 7.
And Ewing in on the stop there for Tyrone.
After that tackle, Ewing hitching up the britches. Down to 11 minutes, 4th quarter, 35-0. Tyrone in control. Reed with 4 receivers in formation. Single back in the backfield is Durant. He's going to throw it to that far side, and it's caught. And
I think he's going to pick up that first down, Jim.
Going to be close. Is that Baxter on the receiving end?
I think he has it by about a yard.
No, it is Clean Taylor.
Yep, first
down.
Like
number 5, I believe.
And again, that was just a quick spot pass and the speed. 1 yard pass.
Once you can get it outside that contain, you're putting the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Exactly. Take advantage of what you've got.
From the Tyrone 45, Reed has it. He's going to go deep. And it is incomplete. Good coverage, and the sideline was used as an extra defender. Over there defensively was Gage Miller, and the ball was thrown just outside the line. Hey, Johnny.
And he's putting a lot of pressure. He's under a lot of pressure, and he threw that. He was hit just as he threw by Ewing. So
this is just such a local broadcast. We have Brian Bressler from the school board come up and say hi. It's good to check in on him, see how he's doing. And somebody from the stands came in and said, make sure you say hi to Angie in Virginia. And former reporter, sports reporter from the Tyrone Herald, John, just came in to say, hey. And I just said, hi, John, on the air.
It's like a walkthrough.
It's like a walkthrough broadcast.
It's like, we're talking and people are tapping you on the back. It's like, hey, guys. We'll have to have,
professionalism just really went out the window.
We'll have to put Coach Rosehaus's block. Do not enter.
That completion will bring up 3rd and 10. Of course, doesn't stop the clock in the Mercy Roll. Under 9 minutes left to go in the game.
And there's always the kids who come in and say, I found his phone.
Where do I go for the game ball?
Try to hit. I won the 50-50. Do you have my money? Now, see Jim. He has all the money.
All right, it's 3rd and 10. Reed got a pitch.
Oh, my.
And
Oh, nice play.
There's a flag. No flag down.
No flag, but boy, he really avoided a sack on that play.
Yeah.
That was a nice move, and boy, looks like number 8 there for Tyrone. Almost had him in the backfield, but
Tony Hughes.
That's tough, Tony Hughes. Yep.
It's going to bring up 4th and 9, just about 10. Call it 4th and 10 from the 45, just inside the 45 as we come up on the 8-minute mark left to go in the game.
I'm surprised.
35-0.
I'm surprised they're going for this.
Well, they may not get the ball back.
7 minutes, 59 seconds.
Reed, pressured, avoids one tackle, looking to throw down the field and does, and it is caught. Yeah, that is caught. That's Baxter downfield. Yeah,
that was a nice pass.
They took him out of the backfield and put him into receiver formation, and Reed had plenty of time. He created some of his own time and a throwing lane, and picks up so a 36-yard gain to the 8 is going to bring up 1st and goal for the Trojans at the Tyrone 8.
I couldn't see whether or not he got behind a defender or he just was open. But
Reed threw him open. He just let him.
Okay. Nice pass.
They give it to Durant. Spins out of one tackle down to the 5. It's a gain of 3. And we're under 7 minutes left. Going to bring up 2nd and goal from just inside the 5. Call it the 4. Golden Eagles pitching a shutout to this point. Let's see what they do to try and keep it.
2nd and goal, 4.
Baxter and Durant in the backfield with Reed. Oh, the ball goes through his hands after another high snap. They've been having trouble with those high snaps all game long. Reed did well just to cover it. All the way back to the 14-yard line, a loss of 10. So 3rd and goal from the Tyrone 14-yard line. We may see a backup quarterback coming in for Tyrone if they get the football back here in time. Eli Woomer taking some practice snaps here on the near side. Under 6 minutes to go. Play clock down to 12 seconds, 11 and counting. They just joined the huddle. I don't see how they're going to be able to get this one off. They may have to call a timeout. 3 and 2 and 1. Oh, they didn't get it off.
Got it off.
Reed throws to the end zone, incomplete. Coverage there by Ronan. It was short of the end zone, so brings up
4th down.
It's a change of possession. Was it that 4th down?
No, that was
3rd down.
That was 3rd down. This is 4th.
This is 4th coming up.
4th and goal from the 14.
All right.
And then, of course, we have our presenter sponsors who we really have to thank: Premier Pest Control and Tyrone Tire and Auto, and our broadcast booth sponsor, Snare and Associates.
And we have the player of the game coming up.
Yep. After the game.
I have an idea for someone. You thinking about it yet?
A couple. Yeah. Couple.
Reed rolling left, needs the end zone. He's got to get to the end zone. It is 4th down, and he is not going to get there.
Didn't get there. Taken out of bounds. And
he did everything he could to try and reach for that pylon on the far side, but his knee was down short. Tyrone will take over. 1st and 10. They take over on downs, but they're deep in their own territory.
Stay tuned after the game during our post-game show, because we're going to have the Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game to be awarded. The Varilla Real Estate is pleased and proud to recognize the outstanding efforts of our area athletes in naming the Player of the Game award. Thoughts and players of the game coming up. For providing the beautiful award. So it's going to be what, Jim? 1st and 10 now, 4:46. This is the challenging math time for the Tyrone Golden Eagles as they're putting in all the new
Which is good when you have a TV game. You're going to see some players and hear some names and see some numbers out there that in a close game you wouldn't get a chance to see. But the Golden Eagles, they started out poorly in that 1st quarter, but they held the line, did not give up any points. Johnstown maybe gaining some confidence after a scoreless 1st quarter, but the Golden Eagles really came out and changed their approach and changed their attitude towards this winless Johnstown Trojan team, and they really started to buckle down and realize, hey, we got to play harder, guys. They're not going to give this over to us.
Right.
And so we're going to see a lot of players out there in a 35-0 game that we would not get a chance to normally see much of. So this is a good opportunity for the backups.
And there's number 13 for Tyrone. Just came in. There was 10 out there for a long time, and I was wondering if they were going to get that extra player in there. And number 13 is Gage Miller. Gage Miller's only a junior, so Tyrone has some young people coming back next year. They're still making substitutions. One's coming in, one's coming out. We'll wait till the very end and start counting, because right now there's like 13 in that huddle, so we'll see how many come out on the field. Just joining us, 4:46 left. The mercy rule is in effect. Once the ball snapped, it will not stop, and Tyrone is up 35-0 over Greater Johnstown area.
Wow, Forest Hills leads Clearfield 22-0 in the 4th quarter.
There's 11 players out there, and one of the Tyrone players is split like 45 yards. He's almost
Gage
out of
Miller.
bounds over here. Oh my.
Eli Wilmer is your backup quarterback, and he just goes with the direct snap.
Handing it up, yep.
And gets out past the 10-yard line to the 11-yard line for a little breathing room. So it'll bring up 2nd and 2.
But Gage Miller stays split like that. I don't know if Eli can throw it that far. Oh my, he's really split out. 4:20 on a running clock. Stay tuned after the game.
Here we go. Hit the 4-minute mark, and they give the ball to, let's get that name and number, 21.
21 for Tyrone?
Yeah, Ashton Amy.
Ashton Amy.
It's enough for a 1st down. Wilmer brings the play in from the sideline. His first snaps of the season at quarterback with the 35-0 lead. They'll give Ashton Walk the rest of the night off. And the players on the near side, the Golden Eagles, realizing they're putting a slash in the win column tonight after such disappointment last week in a game I'm sure they feel like they had control of. Amy trying to hold on to the football as they try to tackle it and strip it away.
Might give him 2 yards on that, 1.5 yards, and put it on the 16-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and 8. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game.
They give him 1.5 yards to 2 yards. Call it 2nd and 8 from the 16. They'll likely just keep it on the ground here. Woomer hands to Amy, and he's got some decent running room over that right side. Not going to be enough for a first down, but it will bring up 3rd and very manageable. Call it 3rd and a long 2.
So Tyrone had a nice balanced attack tonight, passing and as well as running the ball. Running the ball probably better than they've run in the last probably 10 games.
Woomer gives to Amy. Up over the 30. They'll move the chains on that one. We hit the 2-minute mark. 35-0. Tyrone leads. It's just a matter of running out the clock at this point. Two or three more plays should do it.
Yep.
Good exposure, good experience for the players who are out there right now for the Golden Eagles. Cohen Wallace in the slot here to the near side with Gage Miller. Wilmer under center this time, and they're going to give it back to Amy again, and he's going to be stopped for no gain.
He ran into 3 people that time, and he held on to the ball, tucked it away. That play will take us, by the time they break the huddle, we should be at the 1-minute mark or less remaining in the game. So Tyrone will be moving on tonight, Jim, with a record of 1-1 heading into the...
Very important going into next week.
Very. And with maybe a little bit more confidence than they had when they left...
well, they cleaned some things up, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much better game, much better performance. Eliminated mental mistakes, too, which is key.
Wilmer gives to Wallace over the right side. Following some blockers, he's got the first down and more out near midfield, and that should be the last play of the game.
Yep, we're down to 28 seconds, and I think...
yep, Coach Franco's telling his quarterback, we're done.
Stay in the huddle.
35-0 is going to be your final. The Tyrone Golden Eagles put that win in the column to Joe to 1-1 on the season. That is your final from Gray Veterans Memorial Field, the home opener for the 2023 high school football season for your Tyrone Golden Eagles. Chuck, send us to the ring.
From the Snare and Associates broadcast booth, this is the Tyrone Golden Eagle football, presented by Tyrone Auto, and Premier Pest Control on 96.9 and 100.7 The Train, WTRN.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning a state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Varilla Real Estate is ready to help you in all your real estate needs. When it's 4th and 4 and you need a touchdown by selling your house, call Varilla Real Estate today.
Something bugging you? It's time to call Premier Pest Control. If your home or office is being overtaken by insects or rodents, call 684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour...